let's look up Ham and the Zondervan, and let's go there real quick.
Ham, page 330 in the Zondervan Bible Total Dictionary. The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood.
Right, so Ham was one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. You had Noah, Shem, Ham, Japheth, and they had their wives, their 4 wives. Go ahead.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
He became the what?
The progenitor of the dark races.
Right, so Ham was the progenitor or the forefather of the dark races. Now,
that's Judah?
No, this is Ham. No, we'll see.
Okay.
This is Ham, right? He became the progenitor of the dark races. Now, go ahead, read on.
But not the Negroes.
Not the Negro.
Okay.
You see that? Not the Negro. So Ham, so this right here automatically shows you that there's a separation between the Negro and Ham. And we're going to find out who are the Hamitic people. Read.
But the Egyptians.
But he was the forefather of the Egyptians, which were at that time very, very dark-skinned people. Go ahead.
Ethiopians.
Ethiopians, which a lot of them, most of them are still dark-skinned. Right? Go ahead.
Libyans.
Libyans, same thing. Go ahead.
And Canaanites.
Right, so all these were the African, the prominent African nations. Now, why did they have to say that not the Negroes? Well, because the Negroes were a dark race. Right?
Right.
Right. And there could have been a confusion. Think about it. Moses. When Moses was sent upriver or whatever, when he was put in the basket on the river, who was he sent to? Who found him?
He was founded by the princess, Pharaoh's sister.
Right, the Egyptians, right? Now, how was she able to sneak him in and pass him off as the Pharaoh's grandson? Did he not have to look like them, at least?
That's a big argument going on now.
Well, I mean, as far as skin color.
Yes, he would.
Right, as far as skin color. So, there were dark people that you could say, well, they're all the same, but right here is showing us that there's a difference just in this definition of Ham, that Ham didn't give, he wasn't the progenitor of the Negro, which the Negroes come from Shem. Yes, sir.
I actually have a question.
Yes, sir.
I read in I want to say it was also in Genesis, but no, it was Exodus. When Moses actually was found, there was a group that spoke on that he was found by his mother. That was the actual. She was actually like a maid of the Egyptian.
Yeah, when you read through that story, I want to make sure I say it clear because I mean we just went through that. What happened was it was all set up by the Most High for him to be found by his mom, brought to the Egyptians, and then he was literally nursed
and raised by
his mother. Yeah, right. So it was set up like that.
Right.
But the Pharaoh's daughter still took him in. Right. And so like, look, this is your son. This is the heir. Right. So he had to at least look the part.
Right. Exactly. I was just.
But you're right. Yeah, he was found by his mom, brought to the Egyptian, and then she ended up nursing him. When you read through the Josephus goes more in depth into that, about that, because why? He wouldn't latch on to no Egyptian woman, no breasts of the Egyptian. So it was like, well, get the child's mother. Because weren't we not right there in Goshen? So they were like, find one of the Hebrew women. It just happened to be, it was set up where the Most High had it, where his mom was the one that was found. They went and got his mom. So, that's all the Most High, man. But jumping back, where we at? So you understand that, right?
That part, yes.
Right, now. Right. Go to Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8. Oh, really?
32 and verse 8. Would you like me to start at 7?
Live.
8. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8.
Come on.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
Go ahead.
when he separated the sons of Adam.
I thought we were all the same. So he divided us and separated us because we're not all the same people. Why would he have to do that? If we were all the same, if we were just all the same thing, all the same nation, why would he have to separate us and give us different inheritance and divide us? You know, it's scriptures like this that a lot of people don't like reading because they like to hear like, oh yeah, we're all equal, we're all the same. No, it's telling us right here that we're not. Read on.
He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
The number of the world?
Children of Israel.
Even in that, he's showing that he did things according to the children of Israel. Not the whole world, not to the fact that everyone was the same.
But he say in one of the verses, it was in John, he says, whoever shall believe in me,
right?
have everlasting life.
But that has nothing to do with us all being the same. That's a whole other topic.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So no, but I'm just saying, like y'all are probably in the chat, like just jumping topic to topic to topic. How long were y'all talking for? I'm curious.
About 2 hours.
Yeah. So y'all probably was just like, what about this? What about this? And then you went from one subject all the way to something else that we probably won't be able to cover all that tonight. But
I'm getting
it's just basics here, just showing you that there was a separation. Somebody find me the one, the difference between Israel and Egyptians. Yeah, it's in Exodus. I mean, why would the Most High have to say these basic things? Well, because we carry similar features, similar characteristics, but
Does that have to do anything with the Tower of Babylon when he said it fell? Does it split up all the languages? Is that part of that too?
No, because remember, we weren't all the same people. We weren't all the same. We weren't all the same. Well, we got some more. Where is it?
Exodus 11:7.
Come on. Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
Right, go ahead.
Against man or beast. That ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference.
He does what?
Put a difference.
Wait, we're the same?
Put a difference.
Go ahead.
Between the Egyptians and Israel.
Right. So the Most High said he put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. So there was a difference that we weren't all the same. I mean, we read in the Zondervan, the Egyptians came from Ham. We are considered the Shemitic people. We come from the Shemitic line. Go to Ecclesiasticus 33 and 10. I like this one. Ecclesiasticus in the Bible, Apocrypha 33 and verse 10. Excuse me.
Yeah, somebody get the brother the Apocrypha, please.
I want to get to this class. I got a lot of questions I wanted to. Go ahead, read.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 33.
What are y'all giving y'all as apocrypha real quick? That way he could.
You can have them up.
That way, I don't think there's any back there, Major.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any back there. Ecclesiasticus 33 and verse 10.
One sec, wait till he gets it.
I mean, the scriptures say we all came from Adam. Yes, but we're not all the same people. At the end of the day, even if you deal with the whole Noah, Shem, Ham, Japheth, were they all the same boy? Were they all the same guy? No. They're the ones that repopulated the earth with their different characteristics, their different ways of doing things. Shem wasn't Japheth, Japheth wasn't Ham, Ham wasn't either one of the two. None of them were Noah. You see that? Like, they weren't Noah. They came from Noah, but they weren't Noah. So to say that, oh, we're all the same because we come from Noah's sons? No. 3 different men, 3 different characteristics. Read.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 33 verse 10.
Right.
And all men are from the ground.
Come on.
And Adam was created of earth.
Read.
In much knowledge the Lord had divided.
He did what?
Had divided them.
He kept them the same.
Divided them.
Read on.
And made their ways diverse.
And even their ways were diverse. He divided the lands. According to the children of Israel, he made our ways diverse. Because when you even look at it, if you want to go even more deeper into the difference, who did the righteous line come through?
I thought it was through Judah.
Well, the righteous line started with Shem. The righteous line, that started with Shem. All the righteousness went, well, I don't want to say it started with Shem. Well, yeah. Noah, Shem was the one that carried that righteous line.
Oh, that's what he picked.
Right. Because through Shem, you had all the righteous brothers that came from Shem. When you go back, we did a whole class on that too. But when you go back into the lineage in Genesis of Shem and all the ones that came from Shem, you'll see that it was all the righteous line. That all the righteous brothers. But read on.
Some of them had he blessed and exalted.
Right.
And some of them had he sanctified.
Right.
And set near himself.
Right. Which, speaking of that righteous line, Shem, go ahead.
But some of them had he cursed. And brought low. And turned out of their places.
Right. So, if we're all the same, then how could he bless some and curse the others?
Right. Ooh, that's beautiful. It says, and put some of them out of their places. When you go through the Bible, Israel was punking cats out their land, man. Listen, it's either you're gonna get about this land with a warning, or we want to come through and take it over. But that's what the scripture is showing. It's showing how Israel was always the head. Israel was always chosen of the Most High. The Most High was always backing the line of Shem on down, like you said, Judah. But Judah comes from the line of Shem.
Yeah, because Judah comes out. The 12 tribes come from the line of Shem. Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, Ishmael. No, excuse me.
Isaac, yeah.
Isaac, Jacob, right. I don't know why I said Ishmael. Because he separates. But the 12 tribes come from that lineage. So we're not all the same. On a spiritual level, we're not the same. The Most High chose Israel. He didn't choose the whole world. Go to, let me see. You go to Isaiah, though, 45. Oh, yeah, we go there? I like that one. Go to 1 Chronicles 17 to 21. I like that. Go to 1 Chronicles 17 to 21 and verse 22. I mean, you get the point, right?
I'm following, yes.
Yeah. I mean, basic, straightforward. Go ahead, read. 1 Chronicles.
1 Chronicles 17.
What you got? Oh, you helping him? Yes. Got it.
Say 21 or 22?
Both.
Okay.
Damn.
Go ahead, Jermaine.
1 Chronicles 17:21.
A little bit louder.
And what one nation in the earth is like thy people Israel?
Ooh, read that again.
And what one nation in the earth is like thy people Israel?
That's a question.
Yeah.
What is one nation like the nation of Israel?
What one nation is like Israel? Because there's many nations under the earth.
Yeah.
But what one nation is like us? If we're all the same, then it should say, well, everyone's like us. Or everyone's the same. Go ahead.
Whom God went to redeem, to be his own people.
To be what?
His own people.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of possessive words going on in the Bible, man. This is a possessive word. His own people. What one nation in the earth is like thy people Israel? Not thy people Israel, Canaanites, Jebusites, Lunanites, whatever nation it may be. It's only one nation, Israel. Read.
To make thee a name of greatness. And terribleness.
See, a great name or a name of greatness and terribleness. And when you go back in the Bible, people were scared of Israel, man. They heard the rumors that was going on when it was, again, the wall of Jericho. They walking around, the wall falling. Oh, God, what people is this?
Well, Well, even before that, they was hearing about 10 plagues.
Oh yeah.
They was hearing about Red Seas getting parted. They was hearing about the cloud by day, pillar by night.
Right.
They was hearing about these things. They were hearing about the Ark of the Covenant. They were hearing about how the Most High fought for Israel. Mm-hmm. So they didn't want no parts of that. So that renown went worldwide. Go ahead, read on.
By driving out nations.
What verse you at?
We had 21.
Read on.
Second precept. To make thee a name of greatness and terribleness. By driving out nations from before thy people.
Yeah, it was driving out nations, but you have to have some type of spiritual power to do that. You have to have some type of power above to move out nations. We had the power of the Most High. The Most High was on our side.
And what would be the purpose of driving out another nation if we were all the same?
Yep.
What would be the point? When he told us to go into the land of the Canaanites and take it, if we all the same, then why we got to do that? We should just walk in and say, hey, brother Canaanite. Right? You see all these different little points, you know. Go ahead, read on.
Whom thou hast redeemed us, who thou hast redeemed out of Egypt.
Out of what?
Egypt.
We know how we got out of Egypt.
Read with a little bit more power and a little bit more conviction. Read.
Egypt.
Right? Mm-hmm. Read on.
For thy people, Israel, didst thou make thine own people.
Wait, he did what to Israel?
Make thine own people.
Yeah, see, they don't want to talk about this. That's why they want everybody to be equal. Because they don't want to read things like, well, Israel is the Most High's people. That he hasn't chosen. It goes right back to, watch. It goes right back to the first scripture you got a question on.
Second Ezra.
Let's go right back to Second Ezra. Second Ezra 5. Let's just read it one more time. And we can move on.
Somebody get that for the brother.
It goes right back. Did you see how it comes full circle? Second Ezra 5:24. Yeah, I want to hit this class, man.
I'm not trying to hold you up.
No, you're good. You're good. You are good. Second Ezra 5.
Second Ezra
5:27.
chapter 5, verse 27.
Right, read.
And among all the multitudes of peoples,
Right.
thou hast gotten thee one people.
Thou hast gotten me what?
One people.
Yeah, see, it says there's multitudes of people. But he got one people. Go ahead.
And unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all.
That is what?
Approved of all.
See, that's what gives us a difference also. The fact that he gave us the law. Go to go to Psalms 119. No, Psalms 147:19. Yeah. Go to Psalms 147:19.
Psalms chapter 147 and verse 19.
Read.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Wait, to the world?
Unto Jacob.
Right, go ahead. Which is Jacob, who stems from Shem, right? Shem is his forefather. So he showeth his word unto Jacob. Go ahead.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Come on.
He had not dealt so with any nation.
He had not dealt so with any nation. Go ahead.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
Right. The other nations haven't known the judgments of the Most High. So this is another way that we're different. We got the law. This is what makes us approved of all, or above all, like it says in Second Ezra. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Con.